Well, good afternoon. I hope by the end of the afternoon that 75 has gone up a little bit. I usually pick up 2 or 3 at each of these events, and so the last thing we're going to do today is I'm going to take a picture at the end, and we're going to tweet it out. I, all by myself, am going to tweet it out. And so I will give you my, I don't know what you call it, my handle, my whatever, my Twitter name or whatever. I'm going to give that to you before you leave today, so that if you are on Twitter, you can see this big, wonderful occasion that's we're here for today. This is just so exciting. Dee Dee was talking about groundbreaking. I mean, this is amazing to be able to have today the opportunity to recognize the very first, and Lee College goes back a long ways, 1934, the very first graduates for our weekend college program. Now, you guys are truly trailblazers. And we have, as Dee Dee said, learned a whole lot from you. We learned what works, we learned what needs to be tweaked, but we learned. And our goal is, from what we have learned, to be able to take that and move beyond the First in the World grant. So let me just say a little bit about First in the World grant. The United States Department of Education had a competition a number of years ago that Lee College applied for to allow us to be able to do what we did, a weekend college of cohort students in several degree programs and several programs of study. And it was through that grant that we were so very fortunate to receive, I believe, $2.5 million to allow us to get this up and running. There were only 4 community colleges in the nation, and by the way, there are 1,100 in the country who received this. There was only 1 in Texas, Lee College. And so under the leadership of Victoria Marone, and I want her staff, when I read your name, if you could stand, because, oh my God, have they done a fabulous, fabulous job. So give me a second here, because I don't want to miss anybody. So Victoria, as our director, please stand. Hold your applause, hold your applause. Ah. Jessica Fowler, the completion coach. I have to tell you, Jessica, I have told the folks here at the college that every student at Lee College needs a completion coach, because what you have done in showing us the difference that makes in a student finishing what they started is nothing short of amazing. And so thank you very much for that. Okay, we broke the rule a little bit. It's all right. Sharon Guillory, Outreach and Recruitment. Sharon, thank you so very much. She's already standing, but we're going to applaud her also in a moment. And Oneida Tijarina, Program Assistant. Where's Oneida? Let's give these folks a tremendous round of applause. Thank you all very, very much. But we have learned a lot, and it is our goal to take what we've learned, just like you are going to take from the classrooms and the labs what you learned, and you're going to go out into the world, whether that world is the world of work or that world may be moving on to the next level of higher education, working on your baccalaureate degree. Whatever may be your choice, but your faculty, oh yes, your faculty. So let me ask all of the weekend faculty, if you will please stand. Don't applaud yet, but all of the weekend faculty, please stand. These are the folks, believe it or not, who agreed to teach Friday nights and Saturdays, plus do a lot of online work with the students. And we are here today. We're here today because the students did it. But the students did it with the support of these amazing faculty. Let's give them a tremendous round of applause. Thank you very, very much, faculty. I know that Ms. Judy Gerals was introduced a little while ago as one of our Board of Regents. Ms. Gerals was just reelected to a new 6-year term on the Board of Regents yesterday. And to that, we congratulate you, and I look forward to working with you and the other members of the Board of Regents for the next 6 years. Let's give her another round of applause. Well, it's kind of interesting because as president, you'd think I do a lot of keynote speeches. I actually don't do a lot of keynote speeches. Oftentimes, I'm asked to speak, and I enjoy it, and I love to do that. But when they told me Victoria wanted me to be the keynote speaker, I scratched my head a little bit, and I said, okay, I got to get a little bit more formal. I'm a little bit less formal when I do my presentations, and I actually, believe it or not, did some preparation for this, and I actually found some pretty amazing quotes that I'm going to intersperse throughout my speech because I really found them to be very, very enlightening. We do have a good number of students who get started, but they never make it across the stage in our arena like you are next Saturday at either 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. I hope you're all going to be there because I'm looking forward to having each and every one of you come across the stage. So as you look forward to that graduation, keep in mind that what you have done, remember I used the word trailblazer? What you have done was set in motion something that is going to help us to ensure that those who follow you will be able to be in the same path that you were in and arrive here today and next Saturday, a future next Saturday, arrive over at the arena for graduation. I found a quote from Superman. Well, a former Superman, Christopher Reeves. He said, so many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Okay, be honest with yourselves. How many of you thought when you started the week in college that you'd be here today? You hoped you would be, you wanted to be, but did you know for sure that you would be? There was probably, like with all of us, including myself, a little bit of self-doubt. He further says, then you think that those dreams are improbable. So first impossible, then improbable, and then when you summon the will, because it took a lot of will to do what you did, those dreams soon became the inevitable. Here you are today, just about ready to graduate from Lee College. You had a lot of support along the way, and Victoria has told me that as a part of the program today, we are going to recognize some of that support. I didn't know that, Victoria, but I think it's absolutely fabulous because every student who graduates from Lee College had one or more special people who helped them in very little ways and very big ways. And that led me to someone who I think most everybody knows, Nelson Mandela from South Africa. And here's what he said, there is no passion to be found in playing small. In settling for life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Never settle for the least. Always look for the most. Go out, find, search, seek, and make happen. We're so proud of what the staff has done, what the faculty have done, and most importantly, so proud of what the students have done. We weren't sure what to expect. You heard that there were some places along the road where it was a little bumpy. And to the faculty who were cooperative and flexible with that, thank you so very, very much. And to the students who kind of probably once in a while wondered, okay, are we going to get there? All right, let me see. But thanks to the staff and thanks to the faculty, you knew you knew that it was going to happen. You challenged yourself. And if there's one thing that I can say to you that is more powerful than anything that I could possibly say, is continue to challenge yourself. I'm not sure. I don't think so. That's a lot of time. I want to be with my family. I'm tired. All of the reasons, all valid, all of the reasons why, for you, it was a big effort that you put forth. Helen Keller, like everybody knows Helen Keller. What an amazing story. She talked about character. Our students in the weekend college have character. She said that character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. It doesn't just happen. Only through the experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition be inspired. What student here today in this room didn't have some ambition? I guarantee you, you would have never made it through the weekend program if you did not have ambition. And from that ambition, success was achieved. Nothing short of amazing. You make us, here at Lee College, so very, very proud of you. Who doesn't Google? Oh, everybody Googles? Oh, most of us Google, right? Guess where I got my quotes? I Googled them. There's a businessman named Joe Plumeri. Not a well-known person, but I came across this when I was Googling. And he says you can Google for an answer. I was looking for some answers. I wanted some nice quotes for you today. You can Google for a mate. Oh, wow, you can, all kinds of ways to find a friend for the future. You can Google for a career. All kinds of ways that you can go out and learn about possible positions that you're qualified for. But the one thing that you can't Google is what you find right in here that's beating each and every day. It's not Googleable. I don't know if that's a word, Dee Dee, but it's not Googleable. It's that passion right in here, right in the heart, that lifts you to the sky. And that's what you have done. I was looking over the graduates with Victoria, and wow, just an amazing array of fields and degrees. And you all have the program here. We've got the transfer allied health. We've got the computer and network maintenance technology. We got the management, the industrial welding. How wonderful is that? To be able to now walk out of Lee College with the future in your hand. And these professions are solid, and positions are available, and you are in demand. So what are the next steps? Where do you go from here? Well, before we do the next steps, let me talk to you about a rocking chair. A couple weeks ago, I was over at, oh my gosh, what's the restaurant up on I-10 where they have the rocking chair? Cracker Barrel. How could I forget Cracker Barrel? I was up there at Cracker Barrel, and I know that one of these days I'm going to have to buy one of those one of those rocking chairs from Cracker Barrels, because my beautiful wife, Darlene Brown, Dr. Darlene Brown, please stand. This person has been my partner in education for over 40 years and in life, and we both have been involved in our careers in education. Hers, the K to 12 and the university level, and mine, all of mine, 40 years in community colleges. But she's always told me that she'd love to have one of those rocking chairs. So when I saw this quote from Erma Bombeck passed away in the mid-1990s, but Erma Bombeck was an American humorist that used to write a lot of articles, and a lot of times they were very, very funny stories that she would tell. But she said, worry is like a rocking chair. How can worry be like a rocking chair? It gives you something to do, but never get anywhere. You weren't in a rocking chair, I guarantee you. Maybe a rocket ship. Oh my God. The classes, the assignments, the labs, the online, will it ever come to an end? Yeah, there is an end. And you did it, and your faculty made sure that you were able to finish. But you had to bring to it the desire and the fortitude and the interest to make it happen. And in fact, you've done that. So next steps. Let's see what Franklin Roosevelt, former United States president, said. The only limits to our realization of tomorrow, what's going to happen tomorrow, is the doubts that we have today. If you had doubted yourself 2 years ago, I guarantee you, you wouldn't be here today. You didn't. And thank goodness for yourself, for your families, and most importantly, thank goodness for Lee College, that you had a faith, had belief that it could be done, and in fact, you did it. Learning is lifelong. It's certainly my hope that what you have done and what you have completed will not be the end of your education. Whether you go into the workforce, you'll still need to have training and retraining. If you go on and get a baccalaureate degree, there's always going to be the need to have additional education. And whether that's at Lee College or the university of your choice, keep in mind that education is the one thing that no one can take from you once you have it. It's yours to keep. It will serve you well. I think I gave Darlene my keys. Could you pull the keys out for a second? My little prop that was my prop, and I forgot to put them back in my pocket here. Just hold them up real high. Oh, okay, we're going to use Victoria's keys. So Victoria. Oh, John. John, have those keys served you well? Victoria, use your keys.
They locked themselves in my truck the other day.
Been there, done that. Yeah. But those keys that John has probably open his house. They probably turn on his car. I'm thinking maybe, John, that those keys also get you into your office here at the college.
They open the classroom, they open the welding labs.
There you go. Make sure that the students can get their instruction. But it's those keys that John has. John earned those keys. Nobody gave them to him. He earned those keys. And he has an office, and he has a classroom, and he has a lab because he earned those. You, too, graduates, now have a set of keys. And I guarantee you, those keys are going to open some absolutely amazing doors for you. That is my promise to you. So let me close by, it's always interesting because every once in a while you run across a quote where it says unknown. Well, I ran across an unknown quote. Somebody must have said it somewhere along the way, but we don't know who it was. But I thought it was a pretty profound statement, so let me share it with you. The difference between who you are, and who you want to be is what you do. So what you did is what you had wanted, and it's what you will be. And for that, I cannot thank you enough for making us so proud to call you Lee College Weekend Graduates. Round of applause for all of them. Okay, get your pens out. If you want to follow me on Twitter, or just get your phone out, the @ sign, typical @, D like in Dennis, my last name Brown, Prez, Prez. Did I get it right, Dee Dee? @D Brown, Prez, Prez. If you get on Twitter and follow me so I can have more than 75, you will see the beautiful picture that I'm about to take. So everybody get ready to smile.
Is this follower numbers climbing yet?
I can tell when you follow me because it does a little thing on here. So. All right. Oh, Amanda, thank you. All right, everybody. Big smile, big smile. I'm going to take a couple. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. Before we begin honoring our graduates and those that have supported them towards graduation, we would like to take this time to recognize those students who will be graduating with a 3.0, which is a B average, or higher. Students, when your name is called, please stand. The audience of supporters and family members, I ask that you hold your applause to the end of each GPA group. We'll be discussing 3. The following students will graduate with a GPA between 3.0 and 3.49. Juan Herrera, George Jewell, Ronald Tyler, Ezekiel Arriga, Christy Airy, Ronice DeVore, and though he's not here with us, Richie Husband. Please applaud these students. Thank you. The following students will graduate with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.99. She's not here with us today, but Marcella Strahan, Jamil Jones, Raquel, stop that. It's okay. It's okay. Raquel Velasquez, Brittany Faries, sorry, Brittany, Gerald Garcia, and though he's not here with us today, Christopher Villarreal. Please congratulate these students. And last but definitely not least, the following student will graduate with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Please stand, Alex Garza. What we're going to do next is we are going to present our weekend college graduates with an award that states their month that they are graduating, either in May or in August, as well as a stole that we ask that they wear on the 13th. It's not mandatory, but you guys should do it, okay? It's mandatory. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't telling you what to do till the very last second. After we call you up, we are then going to call up the person that you would like to thank the most for helping you get to where you are today. Our first group of graduates to be honored will be receiving an Associate of Arts in Transfer and Allied Health. Our first graduate to be called up today is Cynthia Aguilan. Cynthia Aguilan would like to show her appreciation to Caden De Leon for their support and encouragement towards graduation. Caden, please come to the stage.
Future weekend college graduates.
Thank you, Cynthia. Next, please welcome Santiago Guardaliara. Sorry. When I get nervous, I get a little nervous, I'm sorry. Who is the lead faculty for our Computer and Network Maintenance Technology program here at the Weekend College program, who is going to introduce our next group of graduates.
Hello, everybody. Please welcome our next graduate, Alex Garza. Alex would like to show support for his appreciation to his parents, Sergio and Gloria Garza. If you can please come down, please.
So just for you guys to know, we've tried to keep many things a surprise, and this is one of them. So some names may be being called and they had no idea.
Please welcome our next graduate, Kathy Graham. And Kathy would like to show her appreciation. This was kind of surprising to me when I saw it, but it's myself. Please welcome our next graduate, Juan Herrera. Thank you, Juan. Please welcome our next graduate, George Jewell. George would like to show his appreciation to Maria Jewell. Maria?
Oh, yeah, he has.
Oh, no, please.
Please welcome our next graduate, Ronald Tyler. Ronald would like to show his appreciation to Summer Sanderson.
Summer, you can stay here.
Summer, you're next. Oh, sure, yes. And Summer will be calling out for the Associate of Applied Science and Management.
Hello. So our next group of graduates to be honored, as he said, will be receiving the degree in Associate of Applied Science and Management. I hope I get the names right. I'm going to apologize now just in case. But Ezekiel Arriaga, and Ezekiel would like to show his appreciation to Jessica Thompson Falla. Our next graduate is Christy Airy. Christy would like to show her appreciation to Saul Blair. Saul's not with us today? Our next graduate is Kenneth Daniels. Kenneth would like to recognize an appreciation Letitia Daniels. Our next graduate is Ronise DeVore. Ronise would like to recognize an appreciation Lillian DeVore.
I wanted to jump in real quick. So Weekend College is one of the programs as a grant director that I manage, but there's also another program called the Puente Project. And so this graduate started with us as a Puente student. So we go back a little bit too, like Cindy and I do. But I'll be acknowledging her today with her Puente stole as well as her Weekend College stole. I'm sorry. I'm looking at her trying not to cry. Reina Gomez.
Vena Gomez. Raina would like to recognize an appreciation Miss Jessica Thompson Falla. Our next graduate is Rosa Ibarra Castillo. From the back. And Rosa would like to recognize Jessica Thompson Falla. Our next graduate to be recognized is Jameel Jones. And Jamil would like to recognize an appreciation Yanina Walker. Our next student and graduate is Raquel Velasquez. And Raquel would like to recognize in appreciation Miss Jessica Thompson Falla. That concludes our graduates in the Associate of Applied Science and Management. I'd like to introduce our lead faculty in math for Wheaton College, Miss Catherine Hernandez.
Our next group of graduates to be honored will be receiving a full degree of an Associate of Arts in General Studies. Please welcome our next graduate, Olivia Barriari de Silva. Is Kelly Frierson here? Yes, she is. Good. Olivia would like to show her appreciation to Kelly Frierson for their support and encouragement. Please welcome our next graduate, Jose Castillo. Jose would like to show his appreciation to his parents, Celso and Veronica Castillo. Please welcome our next graduate, Brittany Farias. And Brittany would like to show her appreciation to Kelly Frierson. Our next graduate is Jessica Francis. Jessica would like to show her appreciation to Molly Monbelly. Okay. Next, please welcome John Elliott, lead welding faculty.
I'd like to say I'm a little sad that a couple of our welding students didn't make it. Richie Husband and Christopher Villarreal. Just wanted to get their names out there. Our next group of graduates will be honored. Will be receiving their Associate of Applied Science in Industrial Welding Technology. Tyler Butler, would you please come up? Tyler would like to show his appreciation to Amanda Butler for all the support. Please welcome our next graduate, Gerald Garcia. Gerald would like to show his appreciation to Jessica Yanta for all the support and encouragement towards graduation. Please welcome our next graduate, Gabriel Peterson. Gabriel would like to show his appreciation to Jessica Falla for all the help. I'd like to welcome our next graduate, Christopher Ramirez. Please come up. Falla for all her support towards his graduation. And if I could get Christopher Ramirez to come back up, he has an announcement to make. While he's making his way back up, there were some unsung heroes that were not, I didn't feel like they were given their due. Leighton Childress, Dr. J. Our deans kept us on the straight and narrow, kept it working. They were the glue that held this program together. They taught us things we didn't know about our own institution and the policies and procedures necessary to make this thing work. Thank you so much for your guidance.
It's my turn? It's your turn. So don't be mad. Okay, so it was about, a semester ago I asked. So it's been a few months, and I asked Jessica for some help with something. Recently, my wife graduated with her bachelor's, and we weren't able to attend her ceremony because it was in Colorado. So I didn't want today to be just about me. She helped me get here, so I'd like to introduce, or have you help me honor my wife, Brandy Ramirez. She's graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Childhood Education.
Wow. That was really hard to keep that together and still have a little bit longer to hold it together even that much longer. Can give another round of applause to all our graduates, all of their families, our faculty. So, I really love surprises. We have some really phenomenal people here at Lee College. And one of the things that I learned when I got here 5 years ago was just how great and how much of a family everybody is here. And it's not just with our faculty and students. It goes from administration to our payroll office. I can't even walk down the hallway without popping in doors to say hi to different people, and it's just been tremendous. Lee College truly does serve its community. At this time, I'd like to introduce somebody from our Institutional Advancement Office. Ms. Carrie Herbert is, she has done so much for you guys as students. Carrie, if you'll come up. We have a few surprises in store. I'm not going to give too much away as to what she does because she's going to give you a little bit of that. But one of the things that's always hard as students is to pay for college and to figure out how can I continue to do this if I can't pay for X, Y, or Z, right? So at this time, we're going to be unveiling a few more surprises for you.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much. Jessica calls me all the time. Really, I want to thank Jessica and Victoria both for asking me to come and help with this. It is such an honor to stand here. And I have to say, this has been the most exciting graduation ceremony I've ever attended. And I graduated too, so that was great. I almost cried several times. So my name is Carrie, and we're actually resource development. We changed from institutional advancement several years ago. We house the grant writers. We house the Alumni Association and the Lee College Foundation. So basically, we're the fundraising arm of the college. And the Lee College Foundation is a nonprofit organization which solicits donations from individuals and companies and organizations that we use for student support. The majority of that goes towards scholarships for students. And I know that many of you have received scholarships through our office because I recognize your name in that program and I recognize your name coming up here. And it's great to put a face with a lot of those names now because we don't always get to meet the student. We have been so proud to watch the Weekend College program grow and develop, and now it's successful. It's great. We're really proud of you. And so in addition to our support that we provide through our scholarships throughout the year, we wanted to award 4 scholarships today to 4 outstanding students. So I want to read to you a little bit about the first winner. This information came from faculty that know this student. He excelled in my course. He did so well that he could have taught the course himself. He was a great asset and help. He has shown dedication to his classes and is a great example of how to succeed. Not missing class, showing up on time, turning in work early, acing all exams, labs, and pretty much anything required of him, and willing to help others. Better yet, just think of Captain America as a student. He was probably the easiest student I've ever worked with. I wish I could clone him. He never missed anything and always did great on whatever he worked on. Our first scholarship winner is Alex Garza. Please come up.
There you go. No, you don't really take this to the business office. Just kidding.
Congratulations.
Do I take this with me?
Okay, our next winner, here are some words about this student. I just love everything about her. She was so scared about math, but worked so hard and pushed herself. She took in every suggestion I gave her, and it was a blessing to see her blossom before me. I admire her dedication to the classroom, even with all of life's struggles through these semesters. She is the glue to this cohort outside of the classroom. Some examples of this are when she started a Facebook group for the Weekend College CNET2 through no prompting from me in order to keep in contact with the classmates. She has communicated with others, encouraging them and posting related material to the current semester and job opportunities, all outside of class. She has shown up for guidance and help on days she wasn't required to show up and has encouraged others to do the same. Dedication, perseverance, and commitment are a few words that come to mind when working with her. Our next winner is Kathy Graham. Please come up. And now a few words about our next winner. I'd like to say that she was always a bright spot in the classroom and anywhere else I saw her. She was a hard worker and always helped keep the course momentum moving. Not many people can balance work, family, and school with as much poise and effectiveness as she can. And through it all, she's able to maintain her innate characteristic of modesty, always thanking those that have helped her along the way. A mother of 4 with 2 children also in college, she not only worries about her own studies, but those of her children. Today, she gets to celebrate being the first graduate from her family of scholars. She is not just the glue that keeps her family going, but is also a constant source of support and encouragement for her classmates. Compassionate, focused, persistent, and hilarious are a few words that describe her and the endearing energy she has brought to the Weekend College program. Our next winner is Raquel Velasquez. These names are so familiar. Thanks to Jessica. Okay, so Christopher was not able to make it, right? Okay, so we do have our 4th award. Unfortunately, is not able to be here, but I'm going to go ahead and read the words that we have about him. Words are inadequate to describe his focus on the task at hand. In the classroom, he quietly and alertly takes in all of the information presented. No drama, no excuses, just persistent, consistent effort and focus. When he asks a question, it is thoughtful, focused, and relevant. While watching a number of other students turn to him to learn what he does to accomplish the task at hand, the response is always supportive and factual. He will certainly succeed at whatever he decides to do next, and those that interact with him will always benefit from that association. Let's give applause for Christopher Villarreal, even though he's not here. Thank you for having me.
Does anybody need any tissue?
Yeah.
I do. So I want to take this opportunity again. I mean, we're just full of thanks. Salud. We're full of thanks and just appreciation and reflection. You know, I was actually a student here at Lee College. I grew up here in the Baytown community. Like many of the students and the different struggles that are going on, I was a teen mom, had my daughter in high school, struggled throughout college trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do because I had no idea. And so a lot of times when we work together, not just me, but we as a team, we're always looking at what is it that we wish somebody else would have done for us? Or what was it that somebody did for us that helped us elevate to where we needed to be to achieve our dreams, to reach our goals? When you get this degree and you walk across that stage on Saturday, just take a moment to really look around you. Many of you will go into the workforce. Many of you will continue to the university. Some of you will continue to stay with us to earn another certificate or degree, and we welcome you with that. We support you. We're encouraging you still, no matter what, whether you're not here on a Friday night anymore or you're actually like living out life. But I want to take this time to thank one person who I'll be actually going on a journey with here starting June 2nd. Many of you guys have been a product of this Week in College program, and how ironic is it that Jessica and I will actually be entering a doctoral program where June 2nd we will start going to school on the nights of Friday night and all day Saturday for 9 weeks. So I want to thank her. Every day we share an office together, and there's often times that I may look across my monitor and ask her for feedback, or she reaches across her monitor to ask for feedback, or you guys come in. And I just want to take this time again to thank you all for the support that you've given to these graduates, as well as to us from administration. They have helped us every step of the way. Creating a program from scratch isn't exactly easy. Even planning an event. I am not a party planner. Now I'm going to use Trina more, I think, in my party planning days. So it's no easy task, and it really takes everybody to come together. That saying of it takes a village, to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to raise all of us. It really does. And so I just want to thank you all again for all your support, all your hard work. I want to also allow any of our lead faculty to add to any of my closing remarks. I know John said something real prominent earlier, so I didn't want to steal that, John. If you'd like to share what you shared with me earlier, just don't make me cry.
No crying. Thank you. So I started teaching here spring of 2007, and this experience has been like no other. It's been a real blessing. Typically, when an instructor meets a student, it's for a semester, and maybe that student will come back in another semester, and it's like being reunited. But this cohort-based program has been like growing a big dysfunctional family. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to watch people progress from the nervous Nellies coming in, not sure how they're going to fit into this, and we all collectively invented roles for each other. No one slipped through the cracks, and it's just been completely amazing to me to watch the interaction between not only the students, but between the staff, faculty, everyone involved. It's truly an honor to be a member of this crew, and thank you for everything that you've done for me. Okay. Thank you.
All right, so this concludes our ceremony. Students, remember, we would like you to stay behind so we can get a group picture. And families, we want to make sure that you stay as well, take pictures with whoever you would like. Are there any students that would like to say anything as we close, or any other faculty members? I want to make sure I'd really give you the opportunity to come speak. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. As our two students join us up here for their remarks, I'd like to also encourage you as students and family and people of the community, we are continuously enrolling. Some of our cohorts are almost filled to capacity. So if you guys know of others that would like to be part of the program, we are actively enrolling. We have info sessions coming up as well. And so please share your experiences with others, and I'm going to turn this over to our students.
Howdy, I'm Tyler Butler. Me and Gabriel wanted to come up here and give a big thanks to Mr. Elliott. When we first started this, we were probably the two most rambunctious, uncontrollable kids that he had. And Jessica too.
Don't lie about it. You know it's true.
And I can honestly say that whether he was giving us inspiration to do better in what we were doing, helping us to find ways to solve problems in anything that we couldn't figure out on our own, or just simply, threatening to give us a whooping that our parents didn't, he's definitely been a father figure. And, he's really stepped up as something that a lot of instructors don't. He never once, if we had a question late at night or if it was something out of the ordinary that wasn't to do with class, he was always very open on giving his opinion and giving his speeches that, really help you to get some sense into yourself. So we really wanted to come up here and give a special thank you and make sure that he knew that didn't go unappreciated. So thank you, and thank Jessica for keeping us in line too.
I wasn't trying to speak. Jamel was supposed to speak. I just want to say that this has been an amazing experience for all of us. We'd like to recognize Miss Ann, our business teacher, who has stuck by us, put up with all of our crap. Thank you. We love you very much. We started this as strangers. We were strangers, and we didn't even have a clue what we were in store for. But here we are, we're leaving, we're this crazy, dysfunctional, wild family. I love you guys. I'm so glad we had this experience.
I want to say thank you to Jessica. She's been there since day one, no matter what I needed, and also Miss Ann. Who she stayed on me, y'all. She has stayed on me and helped me to develop into a better student as well as a better adult. Whether it was school or work life, she was there, and I really, really appreciate it. And I thank my mom for coming as well. I'm very appreciative to be a part of this family, and also I love my classmates because we've been there from day one. So, and I really, really appreciate it. And thank you, Christy, as well. So,
Okay, I get really nervous talking in front of people, but I wanted to thank Ms. Marone and Jessica and Ms. Hernandez. They have really taught me and shown me that mountains can be moved. Oh God. They have been there from the beginning to show us that they did not give up on us, and they pushed us to our limit, and they showed that we could do it. And from our classmates to being a big group to falling and losing some of us, they were still there, making sure we stayed on top of it, making sure that we needed everything that we needed, making sure that, if we were missing something, they could pick it up and say, okay, you know what, this is what we can do. They didn't let us do it alone. So, like I said, it didn't go unnoticed, and they did show me that mountains can be moved for us, and I wanted to thank them.
I also get really nervous talking, but I want to give thanks to Miss Jessica, Miss Marone, and to Miss Simpson, because at first when I started here, I was really nervous, and I was going to stop continuing to come to school because my mom is not here with me. But Miss Jessica told me, she's like, hey, we're going to have a weekend college program open. She's like, you should join. And I was like, I guess you're right. So I was like, okay. So she enrolled me, and she's always been there for me since the beginning, and I want to thank her, because if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be here. Because I would try to be like, I got this all the time to like my family, but nobody actually knew that I was struggling at school and, you know, trying to keep up with all the classes and everything. So I want to give you a thanks, and Ms. Marone, because they always taught me to like never give up. That I always had a dream that I had to accomplish, that life wasn't easy, but it was, at the end of the day, it was going to be for a purpose. For Ms. Simpson, because she always believed in me. She was like, hey, Cupcake, you know, you can do it. And I was like, hey, thank you. I know I didn't give all my best, but I want to thank you, because you were there to support me and encouraging me and always believing in me to be a good manager, hopefully one day. And thank you all, because I made it. You know, we all made it, and this is a great experience, and I just want to give Lee College a thank you and everybody that's helped us. Thank you.